Coach, a week until the opener. As you turn the page to Georgia Tech, how weird is it preparing for an offense other than Paul Johnson's?
It is a little weird. It would be weirder if I was actually watching Georgia Tech. We know what we're watching Temple because that's what we got. We don't have any Georgia Tech offensive tape to prepare, so it'd be weird. Next year it'll be even weirder. But it's crazy. Paul Johnson he was unbelievable. What a job he did, and he became a friend. I didn't really know him until he got in the league, and obviously had a lot of battles, and just a great football coach. So, but man, Jeff's done a great job coming in there and really creating an identity for them, and giving them, I think, very clear direction on what they're trying to do. And so, man, he did an awesome job at Temple. And so we're just kind of studying that, and that's really all. These games are hard. Last year, we opened up with a triple option team, and then we had to turn around and go to A&M, and you're looking at Florida State, and I think Notre Dame tape. So it's just hard when you don't get a lot of time to study the personnel doing what you anticipate them doing. So it is what it is. So we've got to be prepared. But we're off to a good start and kept them inside today, just kind of 2 days in a row, just trying to really get us fresh, get us healthy. I like where we are health-wise, and we just got to get the plan down and get ready to go execute Thursday night.
You watch some Georgia Tech film for personnel, or is it
yeah,
just all?
Oh yeah. You look and see personnel stuff and try to take anything from spring, and all that. But there's not, there's just no carryover from last year. Now defensively, you can see some guys moving around, and then they don't. I guess they don't have a depth chart or whatever, so you're just kind of projecting. But the biggest thing we got to do, and it's always the same, regardless, every year of the opener, because there's so many new people. That's why I hate preseason polls and all that stuff. They shouldn't even do a poll until, October, to be honest with you. It's such a waste of time. And y'all do polls, and you don't know about half of them, and you're like, well, spitball. Who knows? Who knows? We got over 40 new people on this team that weren't even here last year, and we're supposed to be this great. Give me a break. And vice versa. Sometimes you have some teams that weren't very good last year, but players get better, and maybe they're ranked not high because they weren't very good last year. But man, they're a pretty good team, and so I just, like I said, I wish you didn't have to worry about that stuff till about October and you think about it, because then a little bit more of an identity of who people are. So who knows? There's a lot that we don't know about ourselves yet, and there's a lot that we don't know about them, and it's that way every year, every opener. You just don't know, so you have to get ready for schematically what you think they might do. Now, the positive is we've prepared for a lot in camp, because we've been going against Clemson, and we've prepared kind of for a season, so you can get into a game and, okay, maybe it's a little different than what you prepared, and hopefully you can fall back on your training a little bit and make the adjustments that you need to make, because the openers are always about adjustments. So it's going to be a tough challenge.
College football starts on Saturday. It's a week earlier than normal. What's it like for you to prepare the team with a longer stretch over that period, even that extra week over the season?
Yeah, we have more time to prepare for this game than any game we play ever. It's just because you're in summer prep and in fall camp, and so it's a lot. And you got all that time, and it's the hardest game to get ready for every year too, to me, because you just so much newness, and you have to kind of reinstall and get the rhythm of the season going. And you got a lot of people that got to, okay, what do I do when I walk out of the locker room for pre-flex? What do I do post-flex? Where do I go on the sideline? So there's just a lot of things for the first game that, to me, it's always the hardest game, just kind of getting everybody. And then once you get through that first game, then you can kind of start building a little rhythm, and you'll have a normal practice week and start, everybody's got some experience now as far as how we do things. All the way down to how do we handle halftime? What do we do? And obviously here at Clemson, we got a lot to talk. We got post game, we got alma mater, DePaul. There's just a lot of stuff that you have to cover, and first game reminders and so forth. We hadn't been to the hotel yet, and how do we travel? So this game is, to me, always the hardest, even though we have more time. than any other game. But it's good. I think we got a good plan. We're right on schedule as far as prepping the team, and that's going to be a big weekend for us. Tomorrow's a really big day for us because, especially with so many new people, tomorrow's a day where we teach a lot. Sideline organization, halftime organization, pre-game organization, not to mention situational stuff and game prep throughout the game. So it's a very critical day in our prep process, and then Saturday will be a kind of meetings and jog through type stuff, and then we're going to kind of hit our game mode Sunday night. So we've got a good plan. And excited about it.
How is DK progressing, and has he gotten enough work this fall camp to be able to either start or play a major role for?
Oh yeah. I mean, we wish he would have gotten all the work. There's no doubt about that. I think he would definitely be further along had he been out there every day the whole camp. But he's healthy, and we were very cautious with bringing him back. So he's been out there for what is today? He's been out there since, I guess, the weekend. So he'll have a good couple weeks under his belt. He's a veteran guy. He got some experience in the spring. He's worked hard this summer. So yeah, I wish he'd had a little more live work, but it's kind of is what it is. But he'll get his opportunity next Thursday. I'm sure he'll be one they're going after early.
On that same note, Frank Ladson, how's he coming along?
Great. He's doing great, and did everything today full speed. Really pleased and encouraged by where he is right now.
DeAndre playing at the slot position, is that one of the things you're really looking forward to in the opener?
Yeah. I mean, he's had a great camp. I mean, we got a really good group, a good deep group at receiver, and I think guys are excited about going out and playing. We got a lot of guys that are going to be able to play and play winning football for us at that position, so I'm excited about that. But I'm pumped for DeAndre. That guy's worked his tail off, and it's been cool to see him become so diverse as a receiver, because he had a lot to learn when he got here. He was really more of a basketball player, kind of a jump up, catch it guy, and he's really become a technician now. He's become a very fluid, smart receiver, and physically he's in an unbelievable spot. But he can play 3 positions for us. He can play 4 when we do our indie package. He can play anywhere. So, but it's cool to see him in the slot, and especially what he's been able to do. He worked hard at it this summer, and he's had a great camp. So, really excited to see him be able to get the opportunity.
With DK back now, will he move back into that starting role, or there's some other guys that are kind of pushing him?
Yeah, he's out. He'll be the starter. In his first game. It's like I tell him, we don't really have starters. We have beginners. Somebody's got to begin the season, and you have to prove it every week. We don't have. This is our first game, so then you get into game evaluation and grades and performances and competition, and so we got a lot of guys that are going to get an opportunity to play. Unless something changes, he'll run out there first. But Sheridan, I'm pleased with him. Mario, Anthony, those guys have all had great camps and deserve to play. And going to give us some really, really good quality depth at that position. Booth, same thing, and Booth is coming. So I'm excited about all those guys off there.
You mentioned a little bit, but with AJ on the other side, do you expect people to go after that other spot with him some?
Well, I mean, they're Georgia Tech, so they're smart down there. That's what I'd do. I wouldn't you? I mean, that number 8's pretty good over there. And I mean, I guess you got to test the water, but I'm going at whoever's over there. I'm not real smart, but that's probably what I'm gonna do. So those guys better be ready, because whoever you got out there, DK, Mario, Anthony, whoever it is, if I look over and see number 8, I look over there, I don't care who that person is, I'm going over there. So I think that's just kind of common sense, So, but that's part of it. It's part of it. Just like that D-line, man. They better be ready, because you know what I'm gonna do if I'm playing that D-line? I'm gonna come right at them, and I'm gonna try to bloody their nose and see if they like it. Just test the water, Stick your toe in there and see what it's like. So we got to be ready across the board.
Lemansky was saying before the season he wanted to see Xavier Thomas be a more complete defensive end.